In the heart of the kingdom of Eldoria, 3 young individuals are summoned from other worlds to protect the nation from a great calamity. Among them are Lysara, a cunning rogue with a sharp tongue, and Aedric, a humble scholar who, instead of a glorious weapon, receives only a shield. The last chosen one is a fierce warrior, but his story fades into the shadows of the true protagonists. While Lysara is celebrated for her agility and wit, Aedric is mocked by the nobility and warriors of the kingdom. A shield is not a weapon, they say. It is useless. But Aedric refuses to be discouraged. If fate has entrusted him with this tool, then he will find a way to make it his strength. Despite the general disdain, Lysara approaches him with kindness, whispering words of comfort. For a moment, Aedric believes he has found an ally, but it is all a lie. With a cruel deception, Lysara accuses him of attempting to harm her. The king does not hesitate. Without trial, without proof, Aedric is banished from the kingdom, stripped of everything and left to die alone. Abandoned in hostile lands, Aedric wanders for days, starving and weak. But inside him burns a fire that betrayal cannot extinguish. If no one believes in him, then he will prove his worth through action. During his wandering, he arrives in a corrupt city where outcasts are sold as slaves. Here, his eyes fall upon Sylva, a young demi-human with fox ears and golden eyes full of fear. Her body is marked with wounds, her skin covered in dirt and chains. The merchant tells him that Sylva's village was razed by bandits, and the survivors sold into slavery. Without hesitation, Aedric uses what little he has to buy her. Not to own her, but to give her freedom. Sylva, however, does not trust him. Humans have always treated her as an object. Why should he be different? Even when Aedric breaks her chains and offers her food, she watches him with suspicion. But he does not impose anything on her, does not ask for anything. He simply protects her and tends to her wounds, sharing what little he has. Over time, the fear in Sylva's eyes transforms into something different: trust. As the days pass, Sylva proves to have superhuman agility and speed. With the right training, she becomes a formidable fighter. But it is during a battle with a pack of wolves that Aedric discovers the true power of his shield. When the wolves attack, Aedric raises his shield and instinctively activates its ability. An impenetrable barrier rises around him and Sylva, repelling the assailants. Not only that, when he touches the shield, his wounds begin to heal. His shield is not a weapon of attack, but a tool of absolute protection. Sylva and Aedric become an inseparable duo. She attacks, he defends. Where one is weak, the other compensates. Their synergy strengthens through hardships, and together they carve their path through the wildlands, learning to survive and fight. Meanwhile, Eldoria is under attack. A horde of monsters devastates villages and cities. The king sends Lysara and the other warriors to fight, but the rogue is not interested in saving the people. Her only goal is personal glory. When Aedric and Sylva arrive in a village under siege, they discover that Lysara has abandoned it to save her own skin. Without hesitation, Aedric raises his shield and leads the defense. As the monsters attack, Aedric erects his protective barriers, repelling the assaults. Sylva moves like a shadow, striking down enemies with lightning speed. The village, which seemed doomed, is saved. When Lysara discovers that Aedric is still alive and has gained the people's trust, she tries to discredit him. But this time, her lies do not work. The people have seen with their own eyes who the true hero is. The king is forced to acknowledge Aedric's worth and offers him a place at court. But he refuses. He has no interest in power or recognition. He has found a greater purpose: to protect those who have no one to stand for them. With Sylva at his side, Aedric leaves Eldoria, ready to forge his own destiny. Aedric's story teaches us that true strength does not lie in attack, in glory, or in fame. True strength is resilience. It is the ability to endure, to protect those who cannot protect themselves, to rise again after betrayal and failure. Many believe that a warrior's power is in his sword, in his ability to strike with precision. But the greatest power is not breaking under the weight of injustice. Aedric, with his shield, has proven that protecting is a greater form of strength than any weapon. Sylva, with her transformation from a slave to a warrior, teaches us that the past does not define who we are. With trust and determination, we can rewrite our own story. And Lysara is proof that selfishness and deception lead to ruin. If you have ever felt the weight of betrayal, if you have been underestimated or unfairly judged, remember this story. Your true strength is not in what others think of you, but in what you choose to become.